All right, so we have breaking news. Breaking news. We're gonna break the fucking news. I was on bjjee.com and I was reading some of the articles recently, and so we're gonna talk about Atos again because there's some new information out. So it says here the real danger is not Andre. Atos black belt accuses departed champions of underage misconduct cover up. The fallout surrounding the ongoing Atos controversy has taken yet another dramatic turn. Jonatas Eliaquem of Atos BJJ Zurich, who publicly pledged loyalty to Andre and Angelica Galvao in the wake of sexual misconduct allegations against Andre, has now made some explosive counterclaims against several unnamed quote-unquote champions who left Atos headquarters following the scandal. In a series of Instagram comments, Eliaquem, how do you say his fucking name? Eliaquem shifted his focus away from Andre Galvao and instead alleged that certain former Atos athletes engaged in inappropriate conduct involving underage girls and are now distancing themselves to avoid exposure. The real danger is not Andre. Responding to critics online, Eliaquim wrote, I know this man, and I know who's also accusing him. I also know that some of the quote-unquote champions only left because their significant others can't find out about them being with underage girls. He further went stating, the real danger is not Andre. The real danger are the champions who slept with underage girls who are 16 and sent pictures of themselves in underwear inviting girls to come get their gift. Eliaquim claimed that once the truth becomes public, some of these unnamed individuals could face criminal consequences. Once the truth comes out, some of these champions will go from deposition directly to jail for statutory abuse. Claims of documentation and attempted reporting. When challenged on why such allegations has not resulted in police action, Eliaquim responded, we tried. They said it was not the case, but later admitted that they wanted to protect the quote-unquote champions, and we have everything documented, not hearsay. He added that they followed what he described as safety and legal protocols before taking any action. We did our diligence. We followed safety protocol. Both of them denied. Different than them, we followed safety and legal protocols before making an execution of reputation. The investigation stopped at the underage person's word. In a final pointed remark, he suggested that certain departing athletes were using Andre as a scapegoat. Just to be crystal clear, the so-called champions are the only ones who would be to blame for this type of behavior. By throwing... Who the fuck is this? Oh, I think you meant to say Andre. By throwing Andre on the fire, they're trying to cover their asses, not protecting their actual underage girls. Okay, look. Look, we don't know if this shit is true or not. I tend to believe the victims. But this is fucked up, man. Let me just say, this is fucked up. And if Andre did it, he needs to face prison. Like, for real, if Andre really did it, he seriously needs to face prison. If he didn't do it, I'm going to apologize my ass off to Andre Galvao. I'm going to apologize to Angelica Galvao as well. But if the... we have to say allegedly, because we don't know if this shit is true or not, but if it turns out that Andre Galvao has been innocent and that he's been lied on, I hope he presses charges against those who made false allegations against him. I hope so, because if he didn't do it, then his name has been forever damaged. And I don't think he could come back from this if he didn't do it. This is some serious shit. Let me just say, this is some serious shit. And, oh boy. Oh, this is serious shit, boy. Oh, this is serious shit. All right, so then I was reading another article from BJJEE, and so this is some bullshit here. So UFC BJJ announced banning athletes from ADCC participation starting 2027. Wrong move. Don't do it. So a major change could be coming to professional grappling. According to UFC BJJ executive Claudia Galdaha, athletes who sign exclusive contracts with the promotion will no longer be allowed to compete at ADCC beginning in 2027. Galdaha explained in a recent interview that the organization has made limited exceptions so far, allowing certain contracted athletes to appear at ADCC this year. However, that policy won't continue going forward. She says, there are some of our exclusive athletes that were given the ADCC to this year, but from next year on, they can only be an athlete of the UFC BJJ. The decision carries enormous implications because ADCC has long been viewed as the most prestigious tournament in submission grappling. Preventing UFC BJJ athletes from competing there would be effective split elite. Preventing UFC BJJ athletes from competing there would effectively split elite competitors across separate promotions, something the sport has never experienced on this scale before. Galdaha emphasized that the UFC doesn't see itself as directly competing with other organizations such as ADCC or IBJJF. We don't want to compete with anyone. We believe in what ADCC is doing, what IBJJF is doing. We believe that these are different products from what we have going on. Her main argument focuses on career structure. With a larger number of scheduled interviews, with a larger number of scheduled events and recurring opportunities to compete, she believes athletes now have a clearer professional pathway inside one organization. But we also believe that for an athlete to be able to build a professional career in Jiu-Jitsu, this is the place he or she has to be because we have consistency. Last year we did 6 events. Now there are 10 events this year. Look, this is bullshit. Look, let me tell you something. Don't do it. I see what UFC BJJ is trying to do. Run. I'm telling you, y'all making a mistake signing to BJJ. UFC BJJ is what I meant to say. Just like Gianni Grippo is making a serious mistake in his so-called relationship with Dirty Diana, he's making a serious mistake. The same thing I'm telling Gianni Grippo in regards to Dirty Diana, I'm telling the UFC BJJ athletes something. Run for your life. Because now they're trying to control you as to where you can and can't compete. They're stripping you of your freedom. They're stripping you of your independence. They're stripping you of your identity. You're athletes. Last time I checked, UFC don't pay their athletes that good. And I see what Claudia is trying to do, and I see what Dana White is trying to do. And you guys should have the freedom to compete wherever you want, in my opinion. And I'm saying it. And back to Gianni, you make a serious mistake in your so-called relationship with Dirty Diana. And I see it. I actually see the red flags because I've been in long-distance relationships myself. Gianni, she's not going to sacrifice her freedom, her independence, her income, her students, her coaching, none of that shit for you. Because you're not going to sacrifice anything for her in return. She's going to end up hating you. She's going to end up being bitter, resentful, all of that shit towards you. Because you get to keep everything and she loses everything, Gianni. You making a mistake just like these athletes in UFC BJJ are making. What the fuck is going on? Like, I feel like you guys are athletes. You should have the right to compete wherever you want to compete. Claudia, I'm sorry. You wrong for that. You're wrong for that. What is it UFC BJJ have to offer the athletes that no other organization has to offer? Explain that to us, Claudia, because you're fucked. Let me just say it, you're fucked. And oh, I'm telling you guys, run, boy, run for your life, man. This is some serious shit. I said what the fuck I said. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I'm out. Peace.